Everyday Oppression here with a new video. Hey guys, you've probably been wondering where I've been for about a week and a half. So in truth, I just have to get this off my chest. I've been kind of avoiding YouTube. Yep, I've been avoiding making a video because of all the shit that's on my shoulders right now. As all of you know, I did put in my 2 weeks notice at work, and my last official day at the job was October the 30th. So this past couple of days, I've been avoiding making a video because I've been dealing with a lot of shit right now in regards to transitioning between my old job and a new job. To anybody who lives in Canada, you'll understand that right now we are finally getting our winter. And if you don't know what winter looks like, it's a little bit colder right now. I'm bundled up right now. It was something a little bit warmer. Right. God, my hair's a mess. So the winter has finally hit. I've been trying to focus on a lot of adulting things and getting necessary things done and out of the way. So because of what I've been dealing with for the past couple of days in regards to transitioning between my old job and a new job, dealing with bank stuff, dealing with car stuff, I decided to make a video dedicated to what to do when you're job hunting. Let's call this 7 tips to better job hunting. Roll credits. Tip number 1, read the fine print. So this is in regards to my latest job, in regards to insurance policies that I signed up with the work, pension plans, benefits, packages, and stuff like that. It's interesting that when people start a job, usually companies will set up a pension plan or a benefits package with their employee, and most people kind of just get the basic package. And a lot of people don't really look at the fine print when it comes to the details of that plan.
I'm Manson, my eyes Johnson. Everything's black. I can't see a thing.
I was one of those people where I got told about the benefits package. I got everything set up with my company. And so they sort of came up with a pension plan balance where what I would work, I would contribute my own side of money to this balance, to this pension plan. And then the company that I worked for would match it with the amount that I put in. So now I've accumulated a bit of money, and now it's sitting there, and I have to decide whether or not to withdraw that amount now that I'm done at work, or keep it there and let it gather interest, you know? So I've been dealing with that. I've been reading the fine print in regards to what benefits I had. Read the fine print, people. Just because somebody sets you up with the basic program, you might qualify for different benefits versus other people depending on your situation. So there'll be like disability benefits that you can apply for, obviously health, dental, and eyewear. So read the fine print, ladies and gentlemen. It's very important because now that I'm finished work, I'm looking at the fine print to discuss my options in regards to my money that I helped accumulate while at work. Which leads us to point number 2. Speak to people face to face. This is very important. I find that a lot of people aren't actually as social as we used to be. So when it comes to one-on-one interactions, a lot of people kind of like freeze up, or they don't really like interacting with people because some of us don't even have the skills to be social.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Which is okay. You know, there's not a problem with that. When it comes to important things such as your insurance policy or benefits packages or finding new work and new resumes, blah, 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 it is best to actually have one-on-one conversations with the people who know these things. So in the last couple of days, I've gotten in touch with my insurance company to discuss my pension plan that I have to see what was the best options. And it was really great to sit down because I learned a lot of things in regards to how insurance policies work. I learned which ones I fit under, which ones I can actually apply for. And the insurance advisor that I spoke with, he actually told me that as the benefiter of this insurance policy, I can actually allow the insurance policy to keep it as it is and let it sit there, or I can actually take personal responsibility and personal control over my insurance policy, so that way when I go to another company, let's say who has a different insurance policy, I can actually decide what I want to do with my own policy. Some companies, if you don't take control of it, they'll just transfer it over and keep it as the basic policy plan. But with me being in control, I can decide what I want to do with it and what kind of options I will have. And it just basically cuts out a lot of the red tape.
I've got to get you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape.
Speak to people face to face. It is very important. And you learn a lot more things this way. So I'm going to open up a hard root beer because I deserve it. And you know what they say?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
All right, tip number 3, search multiple engines. Now that you've finished your last job and you're dealing with insurance companies and banking loans and all that junk and adulting, now the fun part begins. So a lot of people, I would assume, don't really like job hunting. I know I don't like it.
Curse it and crush it, release it forever!
I hate the process of it. I hate trying to find something that fits what I want. I don't like searching for jobs because it takes a lot of time and it's not always a guarantee, especially when you actually apply, let's say at 10 different places, you send in your resume and all that, you have to play the waiting game. For me, it's the waiting game that really bugs me. What can I say in regards to helping find multiple jobs? Use different search engines. I've used monsters.ca as well as Kijiji. Newspapers. Newspapers are a very good source to find... God damn it, cats. Oh, those cats, always assholes. Check newspapers because they have a lot of wanted ads in the back and they have promotional options, advertisements in regards to entrepreneurship, apprenticeship, new schooling for programs, and so on and so forth. Another thing is word of mouth. If you have a connection with a new company through a friend, take that opportunity. Getting your foot in the door. Even just going to the company itself that you're interested in. Meet someone face to face. Talk to a sales clerk. Talk to a manager to see if there's an opening. Like, a lot of people forget this, that having one-on-one conversations allows a company to get the feel of their worker, and it shows a lot of confidence. So I recommend that as well. Tip number 4, have a good resume and cover letter. So this is the more technical side of finding a job. What's really important is having a nice, good, solid resume. So some tips about resumes is that there are actually different forms of resumes for different types of jobs. So I would recommend looking online or researching more about it before you actually write out your resume. So having a good resume, type it out with good format. Obviously, spell check that shit because nobody likes seeing a spelling mistake on a resume. So write out a good resume and keep it short and sweet. A lot of people think that you have to post in as much information as possible, but when it comes to past work experience, obviously the most current, like the one I just left, and significant jobs that you had before, which would actually help with the experience needed to apply for this new job. So if you're looking for a bartending or serving job, anytime you worked in a restaurant scenario would be good work experience, right? You know, it makes sense.
That makes sense.
Have good work experience, have a good resume. The cover letter, most places don't really require a cover letter. It's sort of just a small, brief summary of who you are and what your goals are. Some companies will look at a resume and they just think it's generic, and then they'll look at the cover letter, read that to get more of a feel for the actual applicant. Have a good resume and have an interesting cover letter. Keep it short and sweet, and pray to God that they like you.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Number 5, make to-do lists. This is one of the most important things in my life right now, and I highly recommend to-do lists. So yeah, having to-do lists, guys, I have tons of them right here. Like, seriously. And if you're not into big lists, I mean, use your telephone. You can write it out on sheets of paper like I do, or you can use sticky notes. Making to-do lists keeps you in control of your life and allows you to actually organize the way that you do things. I don't know why I'm doing this, guys, because why not? So having a to-do list organizes all the things that you need to get done. So for this past couple of days, I've been making to-do lists in regards to my car maintenance. I got an oil change the other day, and I need to get winter tires, obviously, so I don't die. I made a list in regards to seeing my bank advisors to talk about transfers of money between my insurance policy and my bank. I make to-do lists for when I wake up in the morning, when I need to do laundry. And I know that it can get overwhelming sometimes when you make certain lists and all that, but having those lists and crossing them off actually makes everybody feel like they've accomplished something throughout the day. Even if you don't accomplish everything on your list, accomplishing some of them is actually beneficial. So have good lists. Rule number 6, procrastinate, don't wait. And this one is a big killer for a lot of people. Procrastination. I don't know about you guys, but I like to procrastinate a lot. And when I procrastinate, I tend to just play games or chill and read a book. You kind of have to find a nice balance for it, but do not procrastinate. Get your ass up there, get outside, and go and do your shit.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
It's good to have those lists so that you can follow those. It's good if you have your own vehicle or, public transportation to get to places that you need to go. One of the biggest obstacles is changing people's habits and changing people's attitudes in regards to getting work done. So since I procrastinate a lot, lists are the ones that gets me up off my ass and going to do my shit. Really focus on what's important, and especially for job hunting, like you got to put your name out there. You got to keep on it. Oh, my cats are trying to make it in the video. Don't forget that you have to set realistic goals in regards to job hunting, and also don't procrastinate. And then tip number 7, stay positive. This one is the most important, I think. And if you stay positive throughout the whole process of finding a job, you'll come out on top. Right now, after I left my job, I have enough money in my bank account to survive, to pay my rent and my last of my car payments. So I can manage to get by. It's going to be a little bit tight this month because I can't really go out to eat anymore. I have to be careful with events. I kind of have to be a homebody so that I don't spend more money than is necessary. Even though it might take a while before a company calls you up for an interview or you get a response through email about your resume, stay positive, because most of us have friends and family who we can fall back on in case of support. Fortunately for me, I do have my parents. I also have my very trusty roommate to fall back on. He's the one I pay my rent to. So we kind of negotiate and compromise in regards to payment in exchange for me to clean the house or do yard work. I thought about it a few days ago, and it kind of hit me that I'm in my 30s and I have to find a new job, and I don't like the process, and I don't like feeling this way, feeling like I'm not secure. However, I have dealt with this in the past. I am able to accept this change and keep myself busy with projects and home projects and stuff like that. So keeping active, keeping productive, and keeping positive is some of the hardest things that people do in regards to job hunting.
Ready? Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me try that again. That was terrible.
Stay positive, guys. Job hunting is not fun, but it's necessary. And then once you get that resume in, and then they call you back and you have a great interview, then it's all easy peasy from there.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
All right, guys, that's it for this video. I am sorry for the lack of video making. Now that I have more time on my hands, I could probably punch out a few videos. So here's hoping. All right, guys, I hope you liked that video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Cheers, guys. And again, thank you for being my patrons. It looks like I got a few new people in there. Thank you very much. In this troubling times of job hunting, I'm probably gonna need every little bit of help that I can get, and I appreciate it. Thank you.